Hello and a warm welcome to The Beam, where curiosity meets conversations, taking us a step further into the future we desire. I am Sunes Nathaniel, and on today's episode, we turn our attention to two states, Zamfara and Rivers State. In the former, we're going to be looking at the impact of the recent relocation of Nigeria's defense minister and the service chiefs to the northwestern region of Nigeria as part of moves, to oust the bandits terrorizing the people. And in the same breath, we'll be beaming our lights on the events in Rivers State, the recent events where the Ijaw People's Congress have apologized to the Honorable Minister of the FCT, Mr. Nyesom Wike, saying it is not in the nature of the Ijaw people to pay good with evil. Thus, referencing the rift between the governor Fubara and Wike, and the question remains, what is the true position of the polity in Rivers State? These are the core deliberations which are going to form the basis of our operations today. But just before we start this engagement, let us take you to our quick tech update. And when we're back, we'll dive deep into the heart of these matters. Don't go away. Stay with us.
Hello and welcome. Here is a quick tech update for the week. The Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC, has encouraged telecom operators to adopt flexible work policies, improve remuneration, and foster innovation to retain talent amidst increasing brain drain. Dr. Aminu Maida, the Executive Vice Chairman, warned that the exodus of skilled professionals threatens the sector's growth. Maida emphasized that remote work options and continuous learning could attract talent, while partnering with educational institutions for tailored skill programs would help fill the industry gap. Meanwhile, the Amalgamated Union of App-Based Transporters of Nigeria have threatened to boycott the Bolt app due to frustrations over low fares, security concerns, and the unauthorized use of drivers' data in CNG negotiations. The union demands better compensation transparency and inclusive decision-making, warning of a potential nationwide shutdown and migration to alternative platforms, prioritizing drivers' welfare. Now, on the foreign scene, Mr. Beast, also known as Jimmy Donaldson, is facing a 54-page lawsuit from a former employee alleging wrongful termination and breach of contract. The lawsuit claims a toxic work environment and unreasonable demands, while Mr. Beast's legal team denies these accusations. Fans and critics are divided, with some defending him, while others urge scrutiny. Now, in the meantime, TikTok has removed accounts tied to Russian media groups Rossiya, Segonia, and TV Novosti for attempting covert influence on the upcoming U.S. presidential election. The accounts linked to Sputnik and RT were labeled state-affiliated. Now, this mirrors a recent Meta ban on similar entities for alleged foreign interference. In another development, Ukraine restricted the use of Telegram for government, military, and security officials, citing national security threats. Now, Kiev warned that Russia might access personal data and messages via the app. Despite this, the platform remains essential for military and public authorities, though concerns over potential Russian hacking persists. Now, that's your quick tech update for this week. Stay tuned for more cutting-edge news from the ever-evolving world of technology. I'll see you next time.
Welcome back. You're still watching The Beam. And as earlier stated, we are looking at the issues with regards to banditry in Zamfara State and the true state of things in Rivers, even as we seek to forge a way forward in the oil-rich state. We are joined here in the studio by Mr. Akim Akintayo. He is a policy and development analyst. We're also joined via Zoom by the president of the Ijaw Youth Council Worldwide, Dr. Theophilus Alaye. Gentlemen, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you very much for having me.
Dr. Alaye,
thank you very much for having me.
All right, that's great.
Yes, I can.
That's great. That's great. Let me begin quickly with you, Dr. Alaye. Since we have you on Zoom, let's hear your take. Quick one. We recently saw that the Ijaw Progressive Congress, if I'm not mistaken, in Rivers State, did an honorable thing to welcome the Honorable Minister of the FCT, Nyesom Wike, and they said to themselves that, hey, they have been ungrateful and they apologized. The question remains, what is the real take of the Ijaw nation as regards this that has just transpired?
Thank you very much. First of all, let me clear some impression. You know, the Ijaw ethnic nationality is one ethnic nationality that we are well structured. We are not like other organizations other ethnic nationalities that does not have a working system. when you come to the Ijaw ethnic nationality, we have structures, cultural organizations that has to, when you have to talk about Ijaw issues, those are the organizations that have the right to speak. And what are those organizations? The IYC for the youth bodies and the INC for our leaders. Then we have also the Pan-Niger Delta, which is the PANDEV that is being head by Ike Clark. So anything that has to do with the Ijaw ethnic nationality, our position on issues that has to do with politics, regional development, and all the rest, it is only the INC on our parent body and the IYC at the youth level and PANDEV that has the mandate to speak about the true position of the Ijaw ethnic nationality. And that is not also different from what is happening in Rivers State. The situation in the Rivers State is also the same. INC has structures. If you go to the Rivers State, we have the Eastern Zone INC being head by a chairman and its members. The same way Eastern Zone IYC and its members. If it has to do with youth-related things, the IYC speaks. If it has to do with our parents, leaders, elders, the INC speak. So Ijaw nation is not an ethnic nationality where 2-3 people from one family or from one territory will come up and use Ijaw name to form an organization and begin to. We don't operate like that. We are not like other ethnic nationality. And that is why the organization that they use, that they are speaking on behalf of Ijaw people, is laughable. That is an organization that is not known to INC. This is the first time we are even seeing them coming out to public to speak issues that has to do with the Ijaw nation. First of all, when the Ijaw people were agitating and clamoring for a Ijaw governor in Rivers State, this particular organization was nowhere to be found. When the likes of Ike Clark were engaging stakeholders, critical leaders from the region to see how they can interface in order for us to have a Ijaw governor in Rivers State, this faceless group of organization was nowhere to be found. And let me also make it very clear, what played out in Rivers State is a joke. You know, I cannot even imagine someone like the FCT minister that understands grassroots politics and how the Ijaw people operate. By the way, he does not have regard and respect for the Ijaw ethnic nationality, that is by the way. But for allowing some few group of people that have benefited from him, his political benefactors, gathering themselves in their few numbers and telling him that they are representing Ijaw nation, and him himself can be fooled by those group of people is extremely laughable.
All right.
I was expecting that at this particular point in time, as a former governor of Rivers State, he should understand how the Ijaw people operate.
All right. Well, let's hold you there.
Let me clear this point.
All right.
When you go to the Ijaw ethnic nationality, every clan has what we call first class or second class king.
Okay.
In this gathering, that they said it is Ijaw people that are apologizing to the FCC minister on behalf of a living governor. And you did not see any of the first class ships from any of the Ijaw clan. You did not see any of the second class king from any of the Ijaw clan. And you allow people that are benefited from you, your political children, your boys, to come and gather and bring our cultural groups that they hired from places. And you say that that is the Ijaw nation that have gathered. It's extremely laughable. In fact, I was rating the FCT minister above this level.
All
but
right.
with what just played out in Rivers State, I believe that he has decided to allow his own political children, sons and daughters, to make mockery of him.
All right, we're going to come back to
the
you.
Position of Ijaw nation, the position of Ijaw nation on Rivers State matter remains the same.
All right.
We are going to support Governor Singh Fubra till the 4 years complete, and if he's asking for the election, the 11.5 local government that the Ijaw people come from in Rivers State is going to give him the needed support, and even the Ekwere people that have that is fed up.
We're still going to come to you. I want to come now. We're going to come to you. We're going to come to you, Presido. We're going to come to you. We still have a lot of time to speak to that political sphere proper. Let's come to you, Mr. Hakeem. Now, we have accusations back and forth because it's a very important issue also in Zamfara when it comes to banditry and security. Now, the question for me would be, what impact has that move to have the defense minister and, all the other security chiefs go down to Zamfara when it comes to banditry? Have we still seen the impact? Have we still seen what we should see as regards this move? You're a political analyst, right? And so let's get that view then.
Well, if you look at where we're coming from in the past 1 year to where we are right now, I can say the current administration has been up and doing. And I think they are feeling the heat from the complaints, outcry, as well as demand by the people of Nigeria, especially from the Northwest, for a pragmatic solution, something that is more practical, not just making commentary from the comfort of their offices, where there is AC and all that. But with the instruction given by the president, especially for the past 2 or 3 weeks, that, look, you have to relocate back to where this situation being felt by the people. And you could see, even if some people may judge it as optics, but at least for the people who have been affected to see that the chief of defense staff, the ministers, and some of the security heads of agencies are coming to their domain to see the impact and also try to change the narrative. It's a welcome development because they won't feel neglected and they won't feel left out. They won't feel as if, okay, these people I've used them for election and I've dumped them to their fate. So I think it's a commendable one. And on the other side too, I think the issue of this politics of we versus you or me versus you, I think doesn't really make sense for our polity. What Nigerians need is serious, serious governance system where the leaders will see the urgency of facing the challenges on the table. For God's sake, like the issue of Zamfara, I just feel sometimes I feel so, disappointed when leaders.
I want you to in just a few seconds.
Yeah.
Do you think that right now we are seeing that impact, that move? People are asking. They are all there in the Northwest. Are we seeing that move right now?
Yes, at least there are positive news. You could see for the past 2 weeks, you could see some of the leaders of the bandits being neutralized. That's an impact. That's a positive result. Before now, most of the, I'm sorry to say, heads of the security architectures were just playing lip service. Sometimes, even when these heads of bandits are located where they are operating, before you know it, most within the system will just, sabotage it. When we are seeing the result now, like for example, the one of the bandit leader, Kachala, is it Sohobu? I can't really figure out the name very well, but with the names we're hearing that are being neutralized, it's something encouraging because look, we need our states, to be functional. I felt taken aback when I see everybody complaining about federal government when the states are not really focusing on governance. Instead, they are fighting their godfathers. Right. Or God of Godfathers is fighting them, or the predecessor is putting one of. So it doesn't really make sense. So I think it's high time we look at what our people need. If not, if we don't focus on governance, if we don't work delivering dividends of democracy, I'm sorry to say, our future is bleak.
All right, let's hold that. If we don't focus on the dividends of democracy, our future is bleak. When we come back, we're going to be giving direct answers to very important questions. People are going to be put on the spot as regards what is happening in Rivers State and what is happening in Zamfara right now. Don't go away. Stay with us. Welcome back. You're still tuned into The Beam, and we are still with our guests, Mr. Akeem Akintayo and Dr. Theophilus Alaye. Our attentions are still fixed on the polity in Rivers State and the security in Zamfara. I want to go back again to the South where we have Dr. Theophilus. And you see, you were making a statement as regards how the people who came out for Wike cannot be reckoned with. But people will say to themselves that, hey, polity is an individual thing for them. And that if they are also enjoying DGs, they have their own stake when it comes to who they will support. Now, the question for me would be, as leader of the Ijaw youths, What is your stand? Really, what is your stand as regards this rift between Wike and Fubara, and what is the way forward when it comes to polity in Rivers State?
Thank you. The thing is that we have said it time and time again, and we'll continue to say it. The position of the IYC and the Ijaw Nation on the issue that is happening in Rivers State is simple. We are with the governor of Rivers State in order for the governor to succeed and the Rivers people to succeed, and nothing more. We wouldn't allow any minute group of people to distract the governor from giving the people of Rivers State the dividends of democracy. And what transpired this weekend is a family business. In fact, after this time, Ijaw Nation is coming to take a position how we are going to caution peoples of that category, where you will use the name of Ijaw Nation to do whatever that you like. Ijaw ethnic nationality is beyond that kind of ethnic nationality where 2-3 people from one hole will come out and say that they are speaking on behalf of Ijaw people. We are going to come up with a template where we are going to caution this group of, some of these challenges we are also having is that the CAC has given rule without due diligence, register any group of people with names like Ijaw. If not, these people wouldn't have the opportunity to come and say that they are speaking for Ijaw and they are pleading on behalf. Is the governor dead? A living governor, if he has offended the FCC minister or vice versa, it is alive. Why don't they go and convince him to go and apologize to the FCC minister? Why are they apologizing on behalf of a living human being? So the Ijaw ethnic nationality over time has made it very clear. The governor of Rivers State shouldn't be distracted, because sons and daughters of Ijaw ethnic nationality are benefiting in the stability and the polity of Rivers State. So they shouldn't distract him. Today we are talking about stabilizing the oil industry in Nigeria, so that even the local refineries can have crude to refine in order to supply Nigeria. Rivers State, according to the governor in his last speech, is critical to the production. And this is a governor that is trying to partner with local community kings and chiefs, and even setting up committees, bringing youth together to see how you can engage more hands to reduce this illegal bunkering that is very common in our region, that is affecting our production. What about those that are siphoning our crude oil and selling it abroad?
It's all right.
This is governor that is trying to see how he can contribute, how Rivers State and Nigeria can be better, and some few group of individuals.
All right, Dr. Alaye, your point is clear.
These ones that are from the...
Thank you very much.
As I was saying.
Yeah, I want you to just finish in one sentence, just one sentence only. Your last sentence.
What I was trying to say is that this other group, in every family we have what we call the prodigal sons. And if there are some prodigal sons in the Ijaw Nation that want to, they will definitely go and retrace their steps at the end of the day to support the Rivers State governor in order for him to succeed. But the Ijaw Nation, the IYC, is in support of the governor in order for him to succeed, so that Rivers State and Nigeria will succeed.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now we're coming back to you now here. Okay. The question is very direct, like I said. The ICR, if I'm not mistaken, the investigative team have said that data suggests that the security situation has not improved under the defense minister, and as much that if we're looking at the data, he should go. The question for you is, there is a plan for a reshuffle. We can hear that plan is coming in the government right now. Should the defense minister stay or should he go?
Now, let me answer you with this. The president that we have is a technocrat. He's a private sector player. I'm sure he works and judges his administration by results. And if you go by the result that we have in the security sector right now, there have been huge improvements. And for someone like Matawale and Badaro being there, some people may have their misconception about them. I think it's needless. If you're seeing results, you should support the people that are there. For me, Matawale and Badaro, they are not doing badly. And if the president deem it fits based on his assessment, and which for me is relatively positive, then they should be given another chance. But if not, it's the call of the president. But I can tell you, I think they seems to be serious, because you see, the president himself have given them, put them on their toes right from the beginning. That look, if you don't perform, you will leave us. And already, just a few days ago, he has already indicated that, look, he's ready. So he's operating like a private sector CEO. And that's what Nigeria needs. We don't need people that we maybe allow terrorists to go and waylay a prison and, bring out their members. And at the end of the day, nothing is done to them. Right. So if the president is really going by the result that he's going, that we have right now, I think it's something that we should encourage those who are doing well. Those who are not doing well, of course, they have to go. All right. So that we can inject fresh blood. If just allow me quickly to touch River State. I think governance is a concerted effort. And take a look at Lagos State. There have been, progressive development in Lagos State because of synergy from predecessor to successor. So when we begin to have this kind of scenario where, this one, Ijaw this, equated this, and all that, or Dauda Lawa attacking Matawale, is going to hurt the people. It's the grass that suffer, it's the people that suffer. And we should stop this. I think the Governor Dauda Lawa should join force with his kinsman, Matawale. And Matawale should do the same thing. All right. Let them have a closed-door meeting and form a unity of purpose and drive development, drive away insecurity. See, Zamfara alone can be the food basket of the nation. All right. If these people are serious, they can sit down in one room and draft a roadmap for development and peace in their state. That's
a very good point, that peace can bring that progress. I want to thank you, Mr. Hakeem and Dr. Theophilus, for coming on the program today.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, friends, that brings us to the end of today's episode of The Beam. Of course, we're going to be leaving you with our top 5 videos of the week. But before we go, clearly, the path to peace and progress in Nigeria is full of promise. But it requires a very clear focus on the needs of the Nigerian people and not selfish desires that do not serve the masses in their dire need. I am Sunes Nathaniel, and until next time, remember to stay informed, stay engaged, and stay curious. God bless Nigeria. We begin this week's countdown with a clip from Edo State, where the People's Democratic Party is rejecting the figures announced at the Collation Center.
It's drawing the attention of the INEC chairman and the commission to the massive irregularities we've noticed from our preliminary analysis of what is going on.
In fourth place, we see a discussion on Business Incorporated as regards concerns raised by the hamster combat community about token distributions.
The fact is that if they create enough engagement, enough utility for the token, then the price of hamster beyond the listing price will actually pump massively.
Coming third on our countdown is a short clip in which we see the PDP supporters storm INEC headquarters over the outcome of the governorship poll. Second on our list, we see Governor Godwin Obaseki being escorted by police officers out of the INEC office in Edo State after he stormed the building in protest. Our most viewed video for this week is a full clip of Senator Adams Oshomole in a one-on-one chat as a guest on Politics Today when he spoke extensively about what transpired during the polls in Edo State.
Because if the person wanted to be factual, he will say, if he's a competent reporter, he will say in so word, at so time, and describe exactly what happened.
That's it on our countdown today. Join us next week for more.